Chelsea have the keys to the penthouse suite. There's room at the top of the table if they can inflict the first home defeat of the season on this Middlesbrough team. Gilad Nemeth and Alan Boksic, striking partners last season, are paired for the first time this season in a revamped attack where Massimo Maccarone is without a goal since September. The Premiership's best defence is missing Marcel Desailly, sadly preoccupied with a family illness, but John Terry starts a league game for the first time this season and as Chelsea captain. Chelsea have only ever paid one significant visit to the top of the Premier League. That was 4 years ago, and Luca Vialli steered them to a third-place finish and Champions League football beyond. They are aiming high again. Gronkjar's inclusion here, a positive sign for them. Gallas to Petit. Gallas without his regular club and international partner today. Lasso to Stanic. Middlesbrough's aim is a place in Europe for the first time in their history. They possess one of the Premiership's 2 unbeaten home records. In fact, Chelsea were the last team to win here back in April. Almost found a way through to Zola. It might come for Hasselbank. And he is scoring goals again. A habit he will never break. Melchiot slipped. So did Ekiog in front of Zola. And there wasn't much for Hasselbank to aim at. Melchiot picking off Southgate's pass, and some space for Lampard to run into here. And he's made some shooting space for himself. Frank Lampard shot his blocked. It's Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, who I think kicked as much of the ground as he did of the ball. After Frank Lampard had really forced the issue, Middlesbrough allowed him to run. Free kick given against Melchiot. Kedru with a quick free kick, and Nemeth has stolen a march on Terry here. Force wide enough for Chelsea to regroup. Header away by Lasso, and as far as Boateng. Now Greening and Kedru and Boksic. Greening. Nemeth has helped it on. This is Jonathan Greening. Deflected behind. John Terry managed to prevent Greening's cross reaching the danger area. But it was snappy interplay from Middlesbrough. They have the consolation prize of a corner kick. Jeremy to take. In towards Kedru. Away by Hasselbank. Rather muted handball appeals against him. This is Nemeth. That's a useful cross. Kedru trying to make contact. Southgate! Well, both Gareth Southgate and his defensive partner Ugo Ekiog have been amongst the goals lately. Zola starts to bit too much of Gronkjar, but he's got it back. Away by Greening. Boksic. Free kick given. Greening. With the chance from Lampard. Would have got past Petit too, but that was mistimed. And a free kick now on the edge of the penalty area. Manu Petit very unhappy about the award. He felt that he got to the ball. Yellow card has been shown to Manu Petit. There are 3 red shirts in the Chelsea wall, which is a long one. It's going to be left for Jeremy. Oh, fabulous goal! Fabulous goal by a player that Chelsea tried to buy during the summer. Jeremy's free kick beats maybe the best goalkeeper around at the moment, Carlo Cudicini, and beats him comprehensively. beyond the far post. It almost brushed the upright on its way in. Cudicini couldn't reach it. And Jeremy, the Real Madrid player who is on loan to Middlesbrough for the season, has opened the scoring against Chelsea, who would have bought him had they been able to afford him during the summer. But should they have had the free kick in the first place? Petit, Hasselbank, Stanic, Zola, he stepped away from Southgate, Gianfranco Zola between the legs of Kadru, good save by Schwarzer. He's denied as a picture goal from Gianfranco Zola, and he has preserved Middlesbrough's lead. Look at this, just knocked between the legs of Kadru. The shot disappointing compared to what went before it. And here's Boksic. And Chelsea opened up a little bit. Zilard Nemeth looking to get beyond Gallas. Into Macaroni! It just won't happen for him at the moment. Terrific burst by Nemeth, and it was a terrific chance for Macaroni, and he missed by some distance. Lampard. By Ekiol. And as far as Zola, that's a superb pass for Jimmy Floyd, Hasselbank, and Frank Lampard. Well, it's a wonderful stop by Schwarzer. I don't know how much he really knew about it. His trailing leg was what denied Frank Lampard. Lovely link up, Zola and then Hasselbank. Lampard bursting onto the scene. But Schwarzer got enough of his body in the way. Well, enough of his body being his trailing right leg. Zola's corner. Schwarzer's punch. Ronquier. Back out to Zola. So let it run, got it back from Melchior. This is Mario Melchior. Held up by Parnaby, but only at the expense of another corner. Feels as if Chelsea have regrouped from the shock of losing the goal. Hasselbank's corner. It's found a way through to Terry! And that's a way to announce your comeback into the first team. Captain John Terry equalises for Chelsea. Came to him pretty sharply, and he just stabbed it goalwards. The corner not cleared convincingly, and Terry, maybe with the help of a deflection off a prostrate Ugo Ekiol, squares the game. Zola into the path of Lampard. Hasselbank. Been another sweeping attack. Parnaby's sliding challenge halts it for now. Chelsea played with a confidence and an assurance today. Zola with a corner. And a header from Stanic, and it's cleared off the line by Macaroni. Goalkeeper was beaten. Chelsea deserved their equaliser. They have played the better football, they have had the better chances. The best goal was Jeremy's inch-perfect free kick, but it was matched by John Terry's perfectly timed equaliser. And at half-time, it's Middlesbrough 1, Chelsea 1. Noel Whelan has replaced the misfiring Massimo Macaroni in the Middlesbrough attack. I suppose there's always a bit of a suspicion that the Northern air is a little rarefied for Chelsea's liking, but they've already beaten Blackburn, Manchester City and Everton on their travels this season. That Southern Softage theory is a bit of a myth. The truth is that Anfield is the only Northern ground that they've lost on this season or last. Boksic, Nemeth, steered into the path of Jeremy, and here's Alan Boksic. Jeremy looking to dig out a cross. It is true that the last time Chelsea won 4 games in the north of England, they won the title albeit the second division title. That was nearly 20 years ago. Kedru, taken out by Melchior, hit first time by Greening. Barnaby looking for Kedru again. Greening. Barnaby looking for Boksic. Terry's had a commanding game on the whole. Months in charge. Lost his opening game 4-0, lost the next 3 besides. They were still in relegation trouble at the turn of the year, but 2002 has been good for Steve McLaren, and it's getting better for Claudio Ranieri. Melchior. He's asked a lot of Gronkjar. Schwarzer thought about going. This is Jesper Gronkjar. We had both Lampard and Zola in support square of him, but having raced into that dangerous position, Jesper Gronkjar felt that he was entitled to go for goal himself. Wheeler. Reading. Corner. Jonathan Greening, who is invited to join up with the England squad for their little social last month. 15 months after moving on from the Manchester United reserve team. He tried to get to it, almost came for Nemeth. Hasselbank did just enough. Jeremy again, curling, and Nemeth got a touch, and not quite enough of a touch. Any fuller contact, and Cudicini would have been struggling from Jeremy's swinging cross. It just brushed his eyebrows. Zola. Holding off Boateng. Hasselbank's control let him down. Kedru and Ekiok not on the same wavelength. Whelan though to Greening. Boateng. Nemeth. This is Barnaby. And now Jeremy. Nemeth. Good passing from Middlesbrough. Boksic. Nemeth offside. Well, it was a lovely team move. And a smart finish after some invention from Boksic at the end of it. And Shillard Nemeth was nothing like offside. Not even close. Whelan on the near side, clearly not active. And Middlesbrough denied a goal by the assistant's flag. Nemeth unlucky. Middlesbrough unlucky. Boksic let it run. And Gallas was having none of it. He's fast, William Gallas. This is Zola. Gallas is in the centre with Hasselbank. Gianfranco Zola run off the ball though by Franck Kedru. Middlesbrough's turn to attack. Whelan. It is a match which both teams sense they can win. Whelan to Jeremy. Header from Whelan. That's a smart save by Cudicini and a good header by Whelan. He was under pressure as he jumped. Zenden. Lampard. Got away from Greening. Lampard shot, and a smart save too by Mark Schwarzer. He was almost buffeted off balance there, Frank Lampard, but he managed to steady himself, stay on his feet, and get his swinging shot away. It's a good height for Schwarzer. Lampard. It'll come for Zola. Shot is deflected, it is a corner. I think 2 Premiership meetings in a month isn't enough. Middlesbrough will be Chelsea's third round FA Cup opponents at Stamford Bridge on January the 4th. So it's corner. It's deep towards Gallas. Schwarzer couldn't hold it. Boateng hooked it clear. The goalkeeper had already been fouled. And it looks like it is going to finish with smiles all around. It was Melchior who was in with Schwarzer, and Zola who maybe jumped across him. Two of the up-and-coming forces in this season's Premiership split the points. Middlesbrough's unbeaten home record is still going. Chelsea's unbeaten run is still going. Everyone is going home with something from a fine match, which ends Middlesbrough 1, Chelsea 1.
I've seen it. I saw it straight after on the monitor, and I couldn't believe it. I mean, there was two people playing him onside. Finished it well. And goals change games, and you know, that would have put the impetus right on us. And I felt then we'd have gone on to win the game. But Chelsea, very good team, very resilient, and it was a hard-earned point for them.
Everywhere we wanted to win the game. Our philosophy is that with the 3 points are very important. One, it's okay when you don't play well, but I think Chelsea in the first half deserved a little more.
How many times do you practice free kicks during the week?
Oh, you know, during the week, it's true that I don't have time to practice. But sometimes, you know, when I have time before the training, I call the goalkeeper and then I try to shoot. You know.
I think this team can get better. The trouble is we're not trouble. We're in the middle of a tough spell. We've got Arsenal next week, then Manchester United. It was important today to put a good performance in. Not to get beaten, to maintain our unbeaten run.
I speak about the philosophy of the team. This is very important because every my players are very good players. A lot of them play in the international team and then they have very good experience. But now it's important to block everything this in Chelsea.
Is it warm enough for you here?
You know, England is always very cold, so but it's not a problem because it was my decision to come here to play. I don't care about cold, you know. The most important is to play and enjoy it.
Good, that's what we like to hear, isn't it? Chelsea had a chance to go top today. They didn't take it, but for you, are they real contenders?
Oh yes, they can certainly win the league. They have a lot of quality. They're up there on merit. They deserve it. I don't believe they're better than Man United or Arsenal. I think that they are the two teams that will be battling it out ultimately. And this Chelsea team just might have to win it this year if they're to have a real great chance. I think Zola and Desai, they're both getting on a bit. Those will be hard to replace in 12 months' time.
The first goal today emanated from a highly debatable free kick.
Yeah, I think the referee, Matt Messias, who had a good game, I just think he's got a key decision wrong here. Jonathan Greening steps past Gallas, and Emmanuel Petit, you can clearly see there that he plays the ball, not the Middlesbrough attacker. That's a bad decision. Look at Petit, he's really frustrated, and from the resulting free kick, Jeremy makes it really pay. That is a terrific free kick. Cudicini, even though it's gone in on his side, he has no chance with that, and that was an excellent strike.
Chelsea's equaliser came from a corner, and we saw earlier this week some dubious defending on the back post.
Yeah, we have. Kieran Dyer started it all off in Barcelona. You know, when people come back and pick up a post, they're not just there to stop the goal from falling down. They've got to actually do something. You've got to be alive and nice and bright on the post. Kieran Dyer paid the penalty there, and so did Massimo Macaroni today. You see there John Terry finishing it off. Now watch the Middlesbrough attacker. He's come back. He's there guarding the post. Yes, defenders should have dealt with it at first, but he's wandered away, and the ball ends up going in past Mark Schwarzer. Great finish, but bad defending. Now, a few minutes later, they get another corner, Chelsea. Watch him this time. He just stands there, and all of a sudden he deals with the problem. Had he have done that just a few minutes earlier, Chelsea might not have scored.
Obviously, he's learnt from his mistakes there, but don't you guys practice these kind of things?
Well, yes, you do, but forwards are never too keen. They're more interested in finishing and banging the ball in the back of the net.
You're saying they don't
sometimes
concentrate?
a bit gimmicky as well. Sometimes they're messing around, and as you see, it's an important part of the game. You know, defending a post can save you goals.
Kieran Dyer's style leaves a lot to be desired, though, doesn't it? An entertaining game today, wasn't it? Both teams going for it. One all really doesn't reflect the kind of pace and the chutzpah of the game.
Really good game, Gabby. Both teams trying to win the match. You know, they're really going for it, hell for leather. Chances at both ends. Gianfranco Zola here just skips past Gareth Southgate, nutmegs Quadru, hits a great shot, and Mark Schwarzer saves it. Literally a minute later, Nemeth down the right channel, finds Macaroni. he should have done better from what, 5 or 6 yards out, should have scored. Again here, Frank Lampard will be wondering how he hasn't scored. Kidded Mark Schwarzer with his eyes, but the goalkeeper's leg just saves it. And this was the incident Steve McClaren was fuming about. Watch here, Alan Boksic turning that ball. Clearly Nemeth is onside, being played onside by Melchiot there, the last Chelsea defender. Noel Whelan technically in an offside position, but not interfering, not active for me. The linesman flags for Nemeth. He gets it wrong. It's a really good goal. Straight after that, Frank Lampard has a great shot saved in the last few minutes. And who says footballers don't have a big heart at Christmas time? There's good old Jimbo finding a young lad up in the crowd and says, there, son, have that for Christmas.
Sadly, there was nobody there on Rosette today, was there? A good performance, though, by both teams, and an entertaining game.